my gosh.
And now Haji and Superman. Clayton here under duress gets taken down. As Kyle rolling around. Ogwin almost gets taken down. Now Kirk is calling the shots.
Oh, Kirk!
With the SOD. They find Haji. One more. They're getting Super Marco.
Oh
and
my
Savero with a
God.
big time shutdown. He's trying to find Flap with the flicker. Savero follows through. And Savero finds it too. Triple kill for the first import in the Philippines.
To throw a spear, and that spear landed to a game number 3.
Of Onic instead, and Falcons were forced to
They're doing it. This is their old trick. The orange small camp attack, and they take down Brusco. That's a fish out of water.
the roam and mid. That after all the damage you did, Kyle.
There he goes again. So much damage already entering in.
They jump the pressure. Savero gets squished by Kyle. And Super Marco now in mid. Brusco here caught up between 3. Gets taken down by Flap. Now Kirk gonna be up next. Flickers on out of there. And a 2-for-1 trade. Falcons still
Coming in mid for Falcons.
Okay, Falcons already in. Flap and Ogwin, the vanguards. They find Kirk. They crack open that inhibitor. Ooh, Kirk comes in, shifting skies. Fury the Phoenix coming through. Savero takes a good amount of hits there. AOG defensively used. Now Kirk and Brusco. The front line softened up. Katoon as Kyle gets on out of there. Close call. Onic. Torrent form. Lord now to a 1/5 of his health. Brusco with the conceal. Gets flushed out. King Kong spotted out. AOG. No one home. But Kirk is out of his breath. Kirk is gonna get popped here like a pimple. Kyle gets a stack. And that's what allowed this wave down here to follow through. Even in mid, Lord number 3, Falcons with the push. Will they get what they want? Brusco with the tsunami slam. No dice, leads to nothing. In comes the rest of them. Valkyries are set by Marco, wailing away, giving a stack over to Kyle. Brusco is out of the picture. Lord's still standing. AOG plus the Fury and the Phoenix. Jumping onto the Super Fam. They're underneath the base, standing in the middle. Kirk falls, and the base is going to be up next. Falcons have hunted down Onic, 1-0. Oh, that's 4 members of Onic flushing Falcons out of that space. Kyle gets caught with a fist break, and they answer back, but Kyle is going to get squished here, despite using the puissance. Haji with a stolen RWM, putting up a wall, stopping Kirk from escaping. Not enough damage. Flap chasing him down, but there's just wait. Flap, what are you doing? 2v1. There's no way he survives this. Dunked down by Kirk. King Kong.
Let's see if that changes, but it doesn't look like it will that much.
Turtle's gonna be surrounded again. Flap is at the back.
Flap catches the deadly magics, but instead dunks onto King Kong. Now Flap's on Prince, as well as Ogwin, and they stop the Super from taking the turtle. Kirk takes the disguise. Kyle at about half health, bombs at regen. Brusco, Golden Hour, getting caught by Ogwin, and now Prince dropping those void crystals. Again, Falcons just annoying enough to slow Onic down, but the Super Fam continue to take the turtle.
Yeah, it's not gonna put a stop to it unless
RWM here, cancelled. Now the turtle at a 10th of its health. Super Marco finds Prince. Bulletproof from out of nowhere. Takes a turtle too and takes down Kirk. 2 for Marco.
over the last 6 minutes, and we might be seeing that later on, but that gives some room for Team Falcons.
That is the golden hour stopping both ults. And SOD, here you go. As you look for it, they jump onto Kirk. Kirk very low. A lot of damage being rained down upon him. He jumps on the 4 members. Make that 5 as Kirk gets taken down.
Yeah. Instead of the Fury Hammer Piercer path, he built the Hunter Strike first.
Oh! Real manipulation stolen by Haji. Golden hour. Watch these swipes as they come. Oh! Kirk gets taken down. Stop for Marco. Might be another one. King Kong finds Flap. Brusco holding it down. Ogwin shielding up, but he's very low. Runs through, dashes, tracking shots towards the turtle pit. And now Super Marco.
Lead both teams. Able to secure a turret. There it goes again.
Kyle with a drive-by. It's on the Kirk. Golden hour. Not going to be necessary as they freeze Brusco. Hustl's on it too. Marco gets a double. Falcons pushing 4th. Eyes on that turret. They have a big cannon minion.
The Falcons lineup, and the fact that
he's doing it again. Sharp U-turn. Catches Kirk once again. The puissance in comes Ogwin. Golden hour to hop off the exit.
Oh my gosh.
And now Haji and Super Marco away. Another stack. Kirk falls. Marco at 7 kills.
Savero's not able to bring the tower down bot, but that provides a bit of space. Meanwhile, Falcons, there was a simple key to victory for
Onic!
Onic.
Freezes Savero, cancels the recall.
Here comes Flap.
Now we're playing mouse. Savero gets that
Kyle.
SOM. Kyle coming through, drive by, catches Brusco. Puisan, Savero, nowhere to go.
Still
Savero
alive.
still has a flicker, wailing away. Here comes Haji, has a stolen RWM. Run, pressure, run! Clayton here, under duress, gets taken down. A stack for the bulletproof.
The turret department over there is still gonna be some energy shields available,
Whoa!
but Kirk's gonna be stuck.
Okay, golden hour, stopping everything there. The OG finds Marco, cuts his stacks in half. Ogwin now backing off. Flap as well, using that flicker to
Been doing with the nuisance lineup that they have. Onic can take advantage of this unless
And here we go, a stolen RWM, gonna incapacitate Kirk, keep him where he needs to be.
Oh my
Moves on
gosh.
over, D-dubs over to one, but Marco gets a stack, and that's a fist crack, missing it smart. Kill for Haji, another chasing down Savero. Kyle gets him right. Marco recovers a stack, two defenders left, it's Prince and King Kong. That Lord from crashing through, taking care of it, still a chubby wave up top. They got to deal with this. Kyle rolling around. Ogwin almost gets taken down. SOD from Clayton taken down. Okay, force out that space escape. Pops up Puissance. And now Ogwin running through. King Kong on the far side of the map. Deep behind enemy lines. Gets that other space escape. And King Kong, the birthday boy, has juked all of Falcons.
that's a birthday boy crossover if I ever saw one.
Ogwin.
Team Falcons just
Oh,
They're gonna go for it.
got
juke
froze. There
this.
goes
He
Calican.
finds Kirk. That's two members of Falcons on the backside. They pop Brusco's immortality. And Marco looking to get a stack. He finds it. RWM on RWM. King Kong finds Kyle. Happy birthday. King Kong, and now Kirk is calling the shot.
Oh, Kirk!
With the SOD. They find Haji. One more. They're getting Super Marco.
Oh
and
my
Savero with a
God.
big time shutdown. He's trying to find Flap with the flicker. Savero follows through. And Savero finds it too. Triple kill for the first import in the Philippines.
A massive error by Kyle, and Falcons means Onic have a one-way ticket to a game number 3.
Ogwin doing his darndest. Doesn't even have a golden hour. He has a deadly magics on him. His fastest ally
They're going
standing
for
is
it.
Kyle. It's too late. The Super Fam are taking us all the way.
Savior Savero has done it again. When the world needed him the most, all he needed to do was to throw a spear, and that spear landed to a game number 3.
That is gonna haunt Kyle and the
Able to help her, but King Kong is already there in the turtle.
Oh, the Super Fam are blitzing this turtle, and they're keeping Falcons honest. Kyle will get the level 4 here. They dogpile on the Kirk. Kirk in trouble. King Kong secures a turtle. Tsunami slam on a 1. And a big Requiem. They draw first blood. Fringe foes. So does Brusco. So does Kirk. And so does King Kong. Just everybody in that fight.
first item priority for Kyle. It's concentrated energy.
Okay. Tsunami slam on the 1. They find the bruiser. And they give him a piece of his mind.
Doesn't need to jump, he just goes for this.
Finds an amazing Requiem on to this monster mage, and he forces Super Fist back. Brusco once again in trouble. Quick Sandguard had to cancel it. Summon force by Marco, but Marco chases him with a flicker of his own for the Falcons, but still, Onic are reeling. They force a Purify out of Kirk, and they dogpile on the Kirk attack.
This is where we are yet again. Flap is going to be isolated completely against 4.
That's a stolen Tsunami Slam, putting him right where Onic wants it, but somehow, some
Wait
way,
a minute.
he's still alive. He's forcing them back. King Kong,
What?
at a tenth of his health.
What are you talking about? The gold advantage building up on it again, but Onic's not going to let
Tsunami
this go.
Slam for 1, it's Kirk. He's trying to get out of there. Purify not on cooldown, and Flap gets the kill.
Look at him
They
with the
continue to turn. Summon force by Super Marco. Brusco's out. 2 members of the Super Fam not.
The Harith, here's a conceal.
Ogwin coming through, looking for someone here with a Tsunami Slam. Instead,
wow.
they take down the inhibitor. Feather airstrike by Haji. Pushing the Super Fam back, denying the defense. And they're on the Kirk once again. Tsunami Slam on the Brusco. Answer to the ring standstone. The stolen Zaman Force. But it is the real one, as Prince cannot do anything with a Tsunami Slam. Savero with the defense. Philippines, taking down Flap. Philippines gonna be up next. Down goes Kirk. The Lord still standing. Onic still.
But the damage is here. They got some shutdowns.
Savero with the reposition. Telephone's dropped, and the Falcons take down the Super Fam, breaking through 2-1.
Too good in the early game. Team Falcons have done it yet again. They want to go home early on a Sunday evening.
They were brought up to the air, grounded, then pounded. Only walking away with 1 kill in that game 3. We looked for it, they delivered. A fast win to show dominance against the Super Fam. The Falcons mirror their result from round 1.
Oh, that's just pure domination in game number 3. We saw how fast-paced the game was for Team Falcons as they didn't give Onic Philippines any sort of breathing room.